Hey, welcome back everybody. It's time again for another exploration we call Living Hope. A weekly journey designed to provide hope, inspiration, and education for those living with pancreatic cancer. Sharing the real-life stories of those really affected by this deadly disease and how they deal with it, sometimes on a daily basis. With our host, she knows the most about this than anybody I know of here. The host with the most, Roberta Luna. Welcome, Roberta.
Thank you, Paul. I'm happy to be back again this week. It's always good to come in and talk. Today it's a little different. We have Lighter Chen is a Chinese traditional practitioner and founder of Tomii Healing and Wellness. And just to start it off a little bit, we're not, telling you to do things and not to do things, but we just wanted to give you a little different, some resource, because at least for me personally, I want to enjoy my life and I want to, be able to do things. And sometimes traditional medicine with what they give us for nausea and pain can cause us not to really be 100% with it. So if there's other alternatives we can use that maybe can help us to enjoy life, but still, be able to manage our pain, nausea, and whatever else we might be going through, just want to take a little look. And I did have a session and we'll talk about that later. But right now I do want Lighter Chen to talk, kind of let us know. I mean, you for one, I have to ask, the name Lighter, where did that come from?
Yeah, my name is Lighter Chen, is the same meaning of my Chinese name, guanghuo.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I just was curious. I know I just wanted to know, and I know I could.
I studied the Bible and picked the name Lighter.
Oh.
So easy to remember.
Oh, so when you came here, you just picked the name Lighter?
Yes, when I arrived in the United States.
Oh, a lot of Chinese people do that. They arrive and they say, "Oh, nobody's going to say my name. I'll pick another name here.
Yeah,
I'll call myself Joe or something."
We'll really butcher it, unfortunately.
Can we get Dr. Chen closer to the mic or move the mic closer to him? There we go. Yeah, let's get it really close to there. All right. Well, I know Dr. Chen, English is not his first language here, so we appreciate as he explores and explains this. Let's talk about. I'll jump in a little bit because I met Dr. Chen and kept trying to get Roberta to bring him on here, because I was very skeptical about this and very skeptical about modern medicine. I suffer from different ailments, high cholesterol and other sorts of things. All I'm going to do is give you a pill. And I kept thinking, my wife's like, there's got to be something alternative. You go to Mother's, you go to all these other things. There's other herbs. Maybe there's exercise, there's diet, there's Chinese medicine, there's Indian Ayurvedic, you had Japanese Reiki, on all these different philosophies. Start with a basic explanation. Where do these all come from, Dr. Chen? It's all based on the idea that you have to buy into the idea that your body has an energy within it and that flows through these meridians, right? That's all these Eastern traditions are all based on that traditional idea that there's energy in your body you can tap into.
Yes. I graduated from Zhejiang University in 1983, and since 1991 I founded my own software company, Tomii's translation software company. But when I run the business, it's growing faster and better than my stress and at the end I go into the emergency room, stay there in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Because of the inflammation and my blood sugar very, very high, more than 300.
So you're having diabetes?
Diabetes
Yeah.
type 2, yeah. So when I go to the life insurance company, they check the blood pressure, blood sugar is too high, they refuse the insurance or they raise the premium. So I'm going to visit the internal medicine doctor, gave me the pill. Once I take some pill 1 week, I side effect too seriously, so I cannot afford my body. So I'm looking for the alternative solution for myself. So I use the Acupressure, and then I go to the Humboldt Medical University to study the traditional Chinese medicine to help myself in 2 years. When I back to the internal doctor, he told me, "Oh, you are good." So I wanted to share my experience with the world. So I found the Tomii Healing and Wellness in 2008.
So this literally shaved and changed your life. I mean, you were suffering from super high diabetes. You went, even though you're in China, you're a scientist, so you go to traditional Western doctors, and they all want to give you a pill. What made you you're in China. Did you grow up with this idea, or did you think this was nonsense? This is witchcraft. You're a modern scientist here. This is not for me. How did you feel about it? When you're suffering with diabetes
Yeah,
and the pill didn't work,
yeah.
were you aware of Chinese traditional medicine?
So I'm not looking for the alternative to try to, and also I studied the traditional Chinese medicine and it told us it's possible to reverse the diabetes type 2.
Wow.
Yeah, it works.
But
So-
did you grow up practicing? And did your mother and father, did they believe in Chinese medicine, or were you just new to it like all of us here?
Yeah, new to this area. Yeah.
So you had a software company in China,
Yes.
and so you went because of what you were experiencing health-wise. You were looking for something better than just taking the pill and doing
Yes,
nothing
I
else.
because of the health issue, I cannot run the business, so I only sell the business to Microsoft China, and immigrated to the United States in 2003, looking for the health solution.
So explain, because like I said, for somebody new like me, what is chai and what is meridian? What does all that mean? What is it exactly?
The meridian is the energy chi flow, just like the freeway, and the traffic freeway. So there is 12 meridian, basic 12 meridian around your hand and your leg, connection to your internal organ like liver, kidney, heart, spleen. Anything happen inside will show on the outside of the leg, and anything happen in. So we have developed the sensor system to measure out your hand and the leg to can detect what's going on inside your body.
I know for a lot of you who will be listening, you won't be able to see this, but we'll include the photo on the website and whatnot. But can you show us what this little, Paul and I last week called it the magic wand. Can you
Magic wand.
Can you show us what it looks like and kind of, just a little bit about it?
Yes, that is the detector and the sensor we put on your hand.
Open it up a little bit there and let's take a look at it. Because this is what sets you apart from other traditional Chinese healers. The rest of them, I was going to say, after you can unwind it. Take the
because I think I held it like this, right?
Yeah.
Unwind
Hold it like hold.
Yeah, take the little whatever the tie
there
off
you
it,
go.
the thing
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
And measure the points like here and here and here. The
and this
point.
plugs into a computer.
Yeah, a connection to the computer, and the software system will, after the calculation, will map out 5 histograms, show the energy level, and up and down is balanced or not balanced, yin and yang is balanced or not balanced, your left right balanced or not balanced, and show very detailed with your sleep good or not sleep good, and how's your liver and chi or your kidney chi is very detailed, show the map out of the blockage and the imbalance.
So let's take a moment and explore this, because you say this so casually, like this comes with every acupressure treatment. If you go to a traditional Chinese doctor who does acupuncture or acupressure, and it's the same basic idea, it's just 2 different ways to release the blockage and release the energy, either with a pin, a needle, or with pressure points in your hands, like a massage, right? A deep tissue massage. One way or another, you're trying to find the blockages and open them up so the energy can flow through these meridians, right?
Yes, we have the tools help us locate the blockage and the imbalance very effectively, very accurately. So we spend most of the time to work on that.
But you
Main
came
issue.
up with this. That's been the criticism in Western medicine. I can't see this chi. I can't see these meridians. I can't measure this energy. I know there's a little electrical energy in my body, but I can't measure it. I can't monitor it. I can't use it. You spent how many years with your analytical scientific background, your software background? How long did it take you to develop this software to measure and monitor somebody's chi?
Yeah, more than 10 years. Yeah, more than 10 years. Because my background in the Zhejiang University is remote sensing, use the satellite remote sensing technology to the mineral exploration. So we use the sensor, and also I have run the software computer. So we developed the software to process the data, sensor
And to
data.
correlate what it's telling you. So you take this little magic wand, it looks like, and you wave it on these pressure points, and that picks up these very imperceptible, tiny little uh, electrical currents, or these tiny little charges of energy that you're measuring through the body, and that tells you what, how it's flowing, and if there's where the blockage is, if any.
Yes, find where is the blockage, and where is the most important, which organ inside is imbalance. Like for example, my friend refer one who his best friend have the John Barry, and he's suffering from the pancreas cancer stage 4, and only 30 days left. So I live in his home for 12 days, check the energy chi and do the acupressure treatment for continued 12 days continued treatment, and the chi is improvement, and the immunity system is booster. So he is help him achieve the measurable health result.
That's a pretty dramatic case. We should have him on some, because he swears this is what's kept him alive. That it's not just helped him for pain relief, but it's helped his body. I don't know what put it into to stop the growth, to keep it from continuing, as we're all hoping for it, to have it go dormant, right?
Right. That's the goal. If you can't take it out, is to have it not do anything else at all.
Right.
Before you developed your magic wand, I don't want to keep calling it that, but that's what we were referring it to. How did you determine from then, just how did you figure out where the blockages were?
Without the wand.
Yeah, without the wand, how did you?
Is mostly by the experience, and go around the whole body, and just detect, use your hand, and or there's feel nuts, or feel that is need a year's experience to find.
And don't they look at your tongue and other things? I mean, there's other visible. They try and look at external symptoms. Say if your tongue is a certain color, has spots on it, or whatever.
Yes, check your tongue, check your face, and hear your voice, and it's all the combination together to make where is the blockage or where is the imbalance.
Or is it just hit and miss? Where you say it hurts here, and so I try that, and then you try this, and you try something else. Seems like a little bit of trial and error.
Yes.
Yeah.
So need a year's experience to so we with this help of the new technology, it can treatment after training like 1 month or half a year. So you can understand the body clearly and go to the right point and get the result within the short time, 2 weeks.
I know that when you went up to listen to the symposium, what was it at the Hirschberg?
Hirschberg Symposium, yes.
Yeah, and there was a gentleman there who works with UCLA, a regular MD,
Yes.
and he deals a lot, he's Chinese, and deals a lot with alternative treatments and stuff here. You met him, Dr. Chen. He seemed kind of fascinated with what you were doing here. He said there are other people that have experimented, I think in Taiwan and others, like you have, trying to measure the qi, trying to measure the energy in your body. But there aren't many doing it.
Are you the only one, as far as you know, that is able to do this? Are you only one using your instrument, or is it out there for other practitioners as well to use?
Yes. Next, we have trained several therapists in our clinic to use the system. They are doing very well, and also we will develop the business partner like the wellness spa or massage establishment nationwide to set up the local service, provide the system and the training, and for them to provide the local service to help millions of American people get the health naturally. Because in the United States, 6 out of 10 adults have one kind of chronic health issue.
Wow.
4 out of 10 have suffering from 2 types of chronic health issue. That is the medical need help. We have this system ready to help.
I was impressed because, like I said, when you were doing that, and you did some points on my hand and then on my feet, and then within a few minutes, and this was all coming up on your computer graphed. It showed, you told me it showed some inflammation in areas that my doctor had already told me about inflammation, But for him to get that information, it was through blood work and scans and more time consuming than just what you were able to do. So I don't know exactly how I feel about it all, but I do appreciate, going in and having the session with you. And again, want to be very open-minded because thinking back, I did actually sleep better that night. So.
Yeah.
But it was, in all honesty, and I've told you, it was for me a lot of discomfort because when you were doing the pressure points and whatnot, and maybe part of that was my fault. Maybe I should have spoken up more. But is there a way, like for somebody, like I said, just coming in maybe who is having the chemo and having a lot of nausea, is it always going to be that kind of pressure, or can it start out a little slower, or how would you do that maybe for somebody just coming in with you who is going through the chemo and having all the nausea and all the other side effects?
Yeah, we can adjust the force, what we pressure on your body. So if you don't want to feel too much pain, we can very soft and gentle. But it will take a long time to get healthy. If you can take a certain pain, and this will help us to speed up the healing process.
No pain, no gain, Roberta.
I'll have to remember that next time.
But it's like a deep tissue massage.
Yeah.
And I struggle to wonder, is there really an energy in my system, and the whole fundamental idea of all these Asian approaches. But I'll tell you what, you feel something, because when they feel the pain, there's something reason for that pain in your leg and your neck or whatever. And just open up that knot, like any deep tissue massage would do. Release the muscles, open up the blood flow. Hopefully if there is an energy flowing through your body here again, there's a relief to it. But yes, like any deep tissue massage in the beginning, it took me a while to get used to it because it hurt a lot in the beginning for me when I did it.
Yeah.
And then after a while, the pain goes away, and you feel like you're really getting something else there. I can't explain it. Maybe it's just the massage itself, but it's very relaxing.
Well, I don't know if it was relaxing at that point, because like
No,
it was the
'cause it
first
hurts.
one. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the first one. And again, in all honesty, I probably should have spoken up more, because you did ask me a number of times if I was okay, but I was like
But you're
grinning and
tough.
bearing it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get see. But if in the future, yes, I think I would probably do a little bit less. But then you're saying also then it might take longer to have the effects that you're looking for, correct?
Yes. And now our main procedure is takes 12 continue treatment. Continue. The best is every day. If cannot every day, every other day is fine, or minimum 2 times a week, to help you get the result in short of time. You can
To
see.
find and break up the blockage here.
Yeah. You can see and feeling the result in short of time.
Yeah, and you were explaining to me, because I did tell you that I had some bruising, and you were explaining to me why that was. Could you share that?
The bruise means that the toxin was driven out from your internal body to the surface of the skin.
And I must have had a lot of toxic.
Because you actually do the other part of it is not just acupressure, but what they call cupping in traditional
Yes.
Chinese healing, which in traditional thing, they take a heated glass cup and put it on your body, and it sort of acts like a vacuum. Pulls up, the theory is it pulls up toxins from it. It literally sucks onto you like a leech, and it pulls things out of your body here. You have a more modern version of that now, a little machine.
Yeah,
that
you
buy
use
here.
that on my abdomen. So can you talk about that a little bit? That was
Yes.
interesting too. Yes.
Before, the traditional Chinese medicine, the cupping is the fire cupping with the fire. That's fire is cupping. Now we use the modern cupping, is electric cupping. Is we have 3 functions combined together with absorption. Absorption take the toxin out of your body. Another is release. We put back the oxygen and the new energy back to your body. And then is the vibration to speed up the breakdown the blockage. So we use the modern cupping technology.
But it feels like a suction cup. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Just sucks onto your.
But it didn't really feel. I mean, I think it was just coming off. You felt a little bit, but it wasn't discomfortable at all. It was fine. So
Yeah, modern cupping is much more comfortable. More comfortable is because we put back the new energy, oxygen into at the same time take the toxin out of your body.
And you have a chart behind you. Can you explain that just a little bit? And then for those who won't be able to see it, I will put that on the website.
Okay, so that's the you see the first the histogram shows the energy level is balanced or no balance, yin and yang, balance or no balance, up and down, balance or no balance.
And what's yin and yang? I mean, we always heard that term, but
Yin and yang. Yin is the front of the energy, like your heart, your liver, your kidney is solid organ. The yang is the back energy, like a large intestine, small intestine, bladder, gallbladder, stomach is the.
because the goal is to be balanced, so front and back, up and down.
Yeah. So if someone, for example, we found that the up and down no balance, all the energy is in the head, and the less energy in the leg. This kind of people will be very easy to follow down. Is very careful when they're walking, easy to follow down. So we balance the up and down balance, make the energy from the head up part move to the leg. So make the balance so people will not follow down. Yeah, and also the left right. So if some people left right no balance, they will left side pain, left side hand or left leg pain. Also right side or the left right no balance. Yeah.
I experienced that. You know, in my family, everybody, I can't tell you why. My mother was a perfect example of this. The left side of her body is where things happened. She was always getting bruised or broken or didn't have strength in her left hand. I'm kind of that way. I have a lot of strength in my right hand, and I'll drop things in my left hand. And I don't know why, but as I've done this more, I felt a little more, less of that happening. Maybe it's
You're
all
more
in my head.
balanced now.
Yeah, maybe it's all in my head, but I don't know. But there is something to that in my own life. I find myself, the right side of my body is much stronger. The left side of my body tends to be weaker.
Yeah. So we once we can help balance the left right. And also another we can find is the cytogram health issue. Some people have the high performance cytogram, and for people low performance program. So we can our energy chi can show the imbalance. So we can work on around the several meridian, make the cytogram energy balance.
Talk about the meridian, because that's what's the most amazing to me. This idea, it's been mapped out for 1,000 years. You didn't come up with this. This is traditional Chinese, Indian Ayurvedic, Japanese, all these Asian, I believe in a meridian system. There's 12 meridians flowing through your body. And so let's say your heart meridian. You'll say, oh, you've got trouble with your lung. It might be he starts massaging your foot. And you think, what does that have to do with my lung? How does massaging your toe or your foot or your wrist help with your internal organs?
Yeah, the meridian is from your hand, like the lung meridian started from your big toe to connection to your internal lung. So
from your thumb to your internal lung. Okay.
Yeah, the connection inside. So when people have the lung like a nodule or issue, they will there's some blockage on the lung meridian. So we work on the lung meridian, remove the blockage, and help the lung get the healthy, and reduce the nodule.
So massaging my thumb opens up the whole freeway. That's where the freeway is blocked.
Yeah, lung meridian. Yeah.
For the lung, because that was my case. We talked about it last time. I had this little lung nodule, this little thing growth on my lung, and it hurt like hell. I thought I was having a heart attack. And I go to the doctor, and they put me in a CAT scan. They said, yeah, we can see it, and we can't pull it out. We don't know what to do with it. Just live with it. Hopefully it doesn't grow. And so that's what led me to try something different here. And when I first walked in the door, he said, what's wrong? I said, you tell me. You're the doctor. And he waved the little magic wand, and all of a sudden he said, well, you got some kind of inflammation in your lung. I said, how'd you know that? He said, well, here, right here. So he starts massaging my wrist and everything. It hurt like hell. I thought, well, that can't be good. But the more he did, the more the lung pain went away. And I thought, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, so Paul, you remember when
we got to get you a little closer to the mic there, too.
Take the 12 continue treatment.
Uh-huh.
And when I treatment for you, number 8, you told me back, you told me, oh, I feel 1 hour, no pain. Then number 9, you feel, oh, I have a half days, no pain.
Yeah.
Then number 10, you told me, oh, I have a whole day, no pain. So this continued 12.
And I went back this year for my annual physical, and I insisted on having another CAT scan, and or whatever it is, and they put you in the tube and measure. MRI, I guess.
MRI.
And they said, well, lucky you, it stopped growing. In fact, it's shrunk a little bit here. And they didn't ask me why or how. They were just like, oh boy, like kind of when your tumor starts growing. Did they ever explain, Roberta, why yours went into dormancy? No,
No, they tell me they don't know why. They're
Yeah.
not sure why. So it's questionable. But
So can this, who knows? That's the question. Can any of this actually not just relieve the pain and nausea, which is what's recognized in modern medicine? They recognize, and Medicare will pay for acupressure and acupuncture treatments and stuff for nausea and pain.
Yeah, we have many successful example. Like for example, one lady come in, and she's suffering from like a 6 week itch, the whole body itch from the tongue to the up head,
Itching.
and
right,
itching, and the itching always go around, not stay in the same place. So for 6 weeks, he have no solutions. Try many different way. So she visited Tomii, and we checked the energy chi. We found the blockage. We used the carbon combination. For the second visit, she said, "Oh, I told me, and I have much less itch and sleep better." After 6 treatment, the itch all go away. So and also I have another successful example is like one client, she's suffering the headache. Migraine headache once a month, always happen for 10 years. Once a month, don't know which day will happen, always once a month happen. So we check the energy chi, we found the gallbladder chi blockage. So we work on the gallbladder meridian. And she told me, oh, I have no more headache. So this something always, magic things always happen in our clinic every day.
It's amazing. I mean, people are. I don't know what you saw when I was there, but there are people lined out the door. They're all Chinese, and they're all coming because they've got some chronic condition that there's no relief for.
Yeah,
They've
well,
been living with it for too long.
I met a few who were there, and they've been going for quite a while. So it's something. And I think I explained to you earlier, I have a lot of neuropathy in my hands. So I think that is something I would really like to see if we can take care of that, because it's very annoying because I
Yeah.
can't feel hot and cold things sometimes, and it's just trying to pick up something simple. I can't always do it. I'm standing there for a long time trying to pick up something, and that's for me right now is something that I'd really like to concentrate on. So I don't know how much.
Yes, definitely we can help. There's one client, she's suffering from the none of the finger, none of the toe, leg, no feeling, and he continue for 12 treatment. He feels good, no more pain.
Where are you going to put my pain for my neuropathy? Where does that
That's in the traditional Chinese medicine system is all from the energy chi blockage. Once we remove the blockage, the chi flow, no pain, no numb.
The pain is an indication of a blockage.
Yeah.
So if you take away the blockage, the pain goes away. The inflammation goes down.
And then for, like, I know when I was there, you did the procedure before we did anything.
Yeah.
And then again afterwards, to see, I guess, if there was shown anything like it had done anything or lessened anything. But I don't know how quickly you see that. Is that sometimes you can see that right away, or does it take a few sessions before you would see anything?
You can feel right away. Just maybe the first session, finish first treatment, and then you can feel in the evening or second day you can feel totally difference. But normally we will take a 12 continue treatment.
And then how often do you have to maintain it? Because that's the other question I've had. I have felt better, but if I've gone away for a little while, or I say, well, I'm not going to, because this is not something covered by Medicare. You're paying for this out of pocket here. And at some point you say, well, that was great. I feel better. Now I'll come back when I feel. We have a tendency to wait until we feel bad again. And in traditional Chinese medicine, it's more maintaining it. So it's finding a rhythm, a budget that you can live with, and keeping it going once you fix it.
Yeah, we can recommend come back once a month, or if you have time, you come once a week. It's better to maintain. Or every 6 months, we do another 12 treatment.
Because it doesn't cure it, but if you can get your body back in balance, it like anything. If your body is in balance, you feel better.
Yeah.
But if your body's out of balance, if you're some levels are spiked or things are blocked or things aren't happening here, we tend to wait until we got a problem in our Western approach. Go fix it, and then I'll go back and do what I did before.
I hope it works. So, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you to get more information or to make an appointment or something, is there a phone number or website they can go to?
Yeah, they can go to Tomii, TOMII.US, and or my cell phone number 626-589-5198. My clinic 714-998-0128.
And you're up in Anaheim. You're
in
up
Anaheim, yeah.
Well, I think we're about out of time.
I think so, yeah. Any final question? I'm sorry I jumped in so much, but I've had experience with it. So
no, I'm glad you helped, because it's like I said, this is totally new to me, and I want to be fair. You know,
Yeah.
I want to just to, but I at the same time have to be very careful about recommending anybody go and do anything. But I want people to know, open up your minds, and if you are having some issues, I mean, rather than always being medicated, if there's something else you can try, I'm all for that. And,
Right.
you know, so I want to do that. But also I want to real quick plug a book, because you have written a book, which I didn't know. It's The Pathway to Health and Energy, and it's available on Amazon, you said?
Yes, available on Amazon.
Yes, and I'm very privileged. I feel very honored to get an autographed copy, so thank you very much. And as we end today, As Long as You Say My Name, I Shall Live Forever is dedicated to Juan Banuelos, who contacted me recently and has lost a family member, but didn't want me to say the family member's name, but I think it was for his mother. So we'll end that with today, and thank you again for coming, and appreciate it. And I do look forward to coming back and seeing you next week, and hopefully with less
no pain, no gain, though, Roberto.
I said less pain. I didn't say no pain. I said less pain. So we'll go from there. So
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely we are happier.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another reason to tune in each and every time. The journey isn't always clear. It always might lead in some strange directions here, but we're all trying to find a way to live with some hope, particularly those living with pancreatic cancer. If you would like some real life hope, there are places to call. We've talked about them. The Hirschberg Center's one. Certainly here in Orange County, you can contact Patient Services at 877-2-PANCAN for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. That's 877 and the number 2, PANCAN. And for the OC Talk Radio Network, this is Paul Roberts thanking you again for opening your mind, listening to some stories here, and hoping you'll come back and hear more as we stream live from our studios here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center.